Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Little Turn TV. I'm Justice and I'm your host for the evening. Hey TikTok, I know it's been a while. Hey YouTube. Uh, Great to see I'm having some new followers on the YouTube channel, and it's so good to be back, TikTok. Yet again, like I always tell you guys, I'm from the greater Rochester, New York area, and I have been going through missing persons cases, and I would like to shed some light on some missing persons cases and cases that have just, fallen through the cracks. We just don't know what happened. Above me is Norris Evans, and she was actually unalived in Rochester, New York on Crone Street on May 23rd, 1975. During the evening hours of that night, 27-year-old Norris Evans, devoted wife and mother of four small children, was found by her husband brutally assaulted and murdered inside of her home at 5 Crone Street in Rochester, New York. The house was also ransacked during the crime. Her children, 2, 4, and 6, were also present at the time. This criminal, this terrible person, he did not do anything to their children, thank God. Terribly sorry for her family's loss, and what poor Miss Norris she went through. She was a very devoted mother. She didn't have enemies or anything like that. As her children have gotten older, their desire to find who killed their mother and the answers they seek have only intensified during the investigation. This is what the Rochester Police Department is currently reporting. So if anybody has any information, even if it's the smallest thing, maybe this would help the investigation to bring justice to Miss Norris and her family. The Evans, they deserve answers. They deserve to know what was going on. I'm sure they are traumatized from that night, being 2 years old, 4 years old, and 6 years old. I'm sure they probably wanted to protect their mother, and just like she had been protecting them their whole lives. This is an awful case, and it just really stood out to me. Basically, also too, as she is African American, this also stands out to me. That a lot of these cases are African American women or women, period. And they just go unsolved, and nobody knows anything. And I know for a fact, I feel like people know. I don't know. I just get this sixth sense, and I know when people know. I feel so terrible for Mrs. Evans, and I hope her and her family, and even people on the other side and her family, can get closure on what happened to her. I'm sure her husband was just in shambles. This terrible tragedy to walk in on his wife in that kind of state. Justice, to this terrible monster, this terrible human being that did this to her. I hope the police have taken DNA and fingerprinting and everything like that, and this individual is apprehended in her case. This past 2024, it's the year of karma, guys, and I mean, I've been seeing a lot of cold cases coming up, and they've been solved. Period, just based on the simple fact of that our police are getting better and our forensic techs are getting better. So shout out to them, and bringing justice to these families, for these terrible crimes that they shouldn't have had to even endure, period. Thank you guys again for tuning in to Little Turn TV, and I'll be happy to bring you guys some more episodes tonight. Ta ta for now.